Hey cookiers, how are you? Welcome to our cookie business boundaries. If you have struggled with this at all, if you've done holiday orders, I feel like you can fall in and learn something from this talk that we are going to have today. It's all about how you can enjoy your holidays, whether that's Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of that, without stressing out about orders. Specifically, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving because that is what is right around the corner. And I am excited to talk about this subject today because this is something I can totally relate to and something that I have lived through. So we're going to talk about actually how you can enjoy your Thanksgiving without being buried in your cookies and your dough and direct messages and last minute requests so that you can enjoy that holiday because you deserve it. You deserve to enjoy it without the stress, without the overwhelm following behind you. And so I'm going to show you today exactly how you can set your cookie business up for success with your boundaries that are going to give you peace, they're going to give you profit, and they are going to protect your peace at all costs. So I have to tell you that I used to work through Thanksgiving year after year, and it was stressful. It was a lot. I would be decorating cookies up until the very last minute, the last minute that I'm putting the turkey in the oven. I was checking DMs on the regular. I was emailing customers back, making sure that they knew when pickups were, arranging all of that in the meantime, and then saying yes to orders that were people wanting last minute orders, people wanting to change their pickup information, all of those things. I was running around with a turkey with my head cut off, right? And every year I would tell myself, I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to let this happen again this year. But unfortunately, it kept happening year after year until I finally hit a point where I just couldn't enjoy the holiday anymore. And I said, I can't do this. And even one year, I missed a really awesome family outing that we were doing because I was finishing up these last minute pickups and these last minute orders. And I have to tell you that having that happen, that was my wake up call. That was the moment that I was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not going to keep doing it like this. Absolutely not. This is not how we're going to run our business. This is not what I signed up for at all. And so that's when I said, man, I want to have, yes, a profitable cookie business, but I've got to set some boundaries. I have to set those boundaries because, listen, those boundaries are important. They're more important than the cookies and the icing themselves, right? And so when it came time to how am I going to set these boundaries? Like, where do I need to even start? I really started with, why am I saying yes to everything that comes in, everything that was essentially stealing the joy from my holiday? Well, when you were saying yes to something, whether that is a custom order, whether that is a late pickup, whether that is some holiday request, you aren't just giving away your time, you're giving away your mental energy. And I always say that when you're saying yes to something, you're saying no to something else. If you're saying yes to those last minute orders, you're saying no to that holiday party that you wanted to go to. Or maybe it's sitting down and watching that Christmas movie on TV that you wanted to, because you've said yes to this other request, this other thing. And the thing is, when that happens, you start to resent your business. You start to resent those customers and your family. They aren't really excited to be around you at that time, because if you're like me, you're snapping at everybody, you're stressed out, you're overwhelmed, and it's just not pleasant for anybody in that situation. And you really miss out on a lot of moments. So how are we going to be able to set those boundaries now so that we're not just rigid, it's not just words, that they actually mean something and we stick to it? We want to protect that joy. We want to protect our sanity. We want to protect our profits in our business, right? At the end of the day. So how can you set clear cutoff dates for your business? Well, let's talk about some practical ways that you're going to do that. You're going to set aside and set your cutoff dates like they are strict during the holiday seasons. So this is going to help you to reduce chaos. It's going to help you to set those expectations so that it's not stressful, right? So how this is going to work is you're going to announce what your Thanksgiving or your holiday deadlines early. What are they? When are you taking your last orders? When are you not changing any pickup information here? When are you going to be listing any extras that you might have? Those are all questions that people are probably inundating you with all the time as you're leading up to that holiday, whether that's Thanksgiving or Christmas, they're all leading up to that. I want you to put those dates that you have set aside, I want you to put them everywhere. I want you to say, this is my cutoff date. This is my deadline. I want you to put it in your Instagram, your stories. I want you to put it in a post. You need to put it on your bio so that people know, oh, like she means business. Like she's not taking any orders after Friday and she means business. Okay. So you're going to stick to that. You're going to post it everywhere and then you're going to stick to that. And then you're going to repeat this messaging to your audience on a weekly basis, right? Leading up to that deadline. If you're only taking Christmas cookie orders until December 19th, then you need to be talking about that. You don't have to talk about it every single time you come on, but you need to be talking about it so that they know she means business and I better get my order in. You're given that sense of urgency of get it in. Let's make sure that you don't miss those dates. You can use things like, after this date, all orders will be scheduled for December pickups. Or let them know I'm not taking any changes to orders after this date. Get your orders in by this certain date so that they don't miss out. So once that deadline passes, you got to stick to your guns. You can't, if you have people that are requesting, you're going to have them. They're going to come, they're going to message and say, oh, can I still place an order? You got to stick to your guns and you're going to explain to them why. And here's the thing, the boundaries, that's all you need. You don't need to have a long explanation. You don't need to apologize. Your deadlines are your deadlines, okay? Let's talk about communicating boundaries with confidence. It's not just setting those boundaries, but the secret to boundaries is your confidence and your clarity. Customers, they are not going to get offended when you are decisive, and they will actually respect you for it. When you say, this is the deadline, this is the last that I'm taking my cookie orders, this is the last that you can pick up your orders, they will respect you, okay? You have to speak with that confidence. And it's a lot in how you say it and what you're saying. You're saying, hey, I'm fully booked for Thanksgiving orders. Thank you guys so much for an incredible year with these Thanksgiving orders. We are booked. Or pickups are now closed so that you can enjoy the holidays with your families. Or I'd love to take care of you, but I'll have to take care of you after the holiday. So you're going to keep it short. You're going to keep it kind, and you want to keep it clear for your customers. Let's also think about alternative offers so that we're still making revenue and profit in our business. Just because you set those boundaries doesn't mean that you aren't going to see the dollar signs in that holiday. Absolutely not. Now, those boundaries don't mean no money. There are always ways that you can serve your customers without sacrificing your holiday. We've talked about a few of these before, but let's just recap a few of them that you can do that are not going to add to the stress and the overwhelm that you might be feeling this holiday season. Number one is doing DIY cookie kits. These are great things that people are looking for. You can make them up ahead of time, throw them in the freezer, and then have them available for your customers. Offering early pickups. Maybe do pickups the week before. In December, I used to always have pickups throughout the month. So I didn't have everyone that was waiting on those orders on a certain date. I gave them weeks leading up to it because sometimes they've got different parties, different events, different things that are going on of when they need their cookies. That's going to make that load on you much easier because you're going to be batching your cookies and you're decorating. Think about gift cards. How can people get gift cards from you? That's an easy lift for you to have, and your customers can have that as an option for a gift. Obviously, doing your December pre-sales and previews. People love planning ahead. So if you haven't already, be teasing out what you're going to be offering for your December cookies. And I highly encourage you, we talked about this last week, is having a Black Friday sale on your Christmas cookies. If they get that order in, they get some type of incentive to get that order in on Black Friday, whether it's a coupon, an extra cookie, whatever it is. Great way for you to really add that extra revenue to your business. And then, you want to give those customers options without tying you down to your Thanksgiving week, right? You want to be able to have that freedom to spend it with your family, to spend it relaxing. Maybe you're like, hey, I just want to take the week off or take a few days off and not have to worry about cookie orders and customers and all of that. And last but not least is we want to keep keep the peace and the profit that comes with those boundaries. So when you finally start setting those boundaries, everything's going to change. You are going to be able to have more rest. You're going to be able to have more clarity. You're going to have more time with your family, which is in turn going to make you happier. And ironically, you're going to be able to have more revenue in your business because listen, a rested cookier is a more profitable cookier. When your schedule is chaotic and you don't plan ahead, things are going to be chaotic. Things are not going to be going the way that you want them to. And I promise you, schedule your content, set those boundaries, make sure that you are planning ahead. You're going to make better decisions in the long run, and you're actually going to enjoy what you are doing. So if you are feeling burned out, if you feel like it's creeping onto you already as we are in the midst of the holiday season, I want you to go and grab my freebie that I have for you, which is the Cookie Business Blueprint. This is going to give you, help you to get your business set up right, and so that you can protect that profit and that peace in your business. It gives you 10 strategies to get started so that you stay grounded in your business and you don't go down that road of getting burned out and thinking, man, this is not what I intended to happen. So go ahead and grab that freebie. I'm going to put it in the link below. So make sure you grab it. It is packed with some quick things that you can do right now to give you more time, more energy, and more systems in place before the really, really busy season starts to wrap up. So grab it and use it, grab it in the link below. And I hope that you subscribe and join us. And I hope this was super helpful for you. Let me know if it was helpful in the comments. Share this with your cookier bestie and let me know what was your favorite part and what things that you are taking from this lesson here and applying it in your business. I want to know. So thanks so much for being here. Happy Thanksgiving and happy boundary setting, guys. Thanks so much.